last couple of sessions dealt first with what I consider to be the highly abusive nature of the birth process and the effect that this has on us as human beings. Well, there's not much that you and I are going to be able to do about the way in which we arrived here on the planet. We're here, we arrived, and we underwent that abusive process. So what would be useful for you and I is if there could be a technique, a technique to deal with the vestigial results of that abuse that still come to the fore, rear their head in our everyday lives. Let's deal with that idea just for a minute. Is this fantastic? I don't think so. We are the product of our past experiences. And one of the most powerful experiences that we all undergo is that experience of arriving here on the planet. And where it's not that good, where it's not that kind, I believe the effect on that, on each and every one of us, is profound in the extreme. So let's have a look. What would be useful? Is there a technique that we can use so that we can deal with the way in which the results of that abusive process manifest in our lives, manifest as a behavior pattern? I believe there is. I believe there is. Like any technique, it takes practice. So, are you going to be able to, for example, learn this technique today and then automatically go out there and get it right? Hardly. You go to a tennis coach and he teaches you how to play the stroke. The very first time that you go onto the tennis court, you're going to mess it up. And so it is with this technique. It's going to take practice. But in my experience, and I've been doing this work now for some 25 years, this technique works. So what I would like you to do is this. Just close your eyes for a minute. Just close your eyes. And I'd like you to go back to a time, and it's probably quite recent, when you felt under threat, as it were. There was very likely some anger floating around, and you felt defensive and probably not that good about yourself. Can you take yourself back there? It shouldn't be too difficult. Good. Now, how are you feeling about yourself? What is your opinion of yourself as you let those feelings, those threatening feelings, those feelings of anger come up? Well, that's what you have to deal with. Now you're faced with a choice. Are you going to allow yourself to react to that feeling? For example, if you're feeling that you are a little bit stupid or useless or inadequate or not able to cope or simply not good enough, is this the feeling that you're going to allow to dominate you? Or are you going to make a conscious decision and say, yes, we understand that. That's the knee-jerk reaction that's coming up. But now, as a mature, adult, functioning human being, I really don't have to be a victim of that. I can actually take charge of the situation. Give it a bash. Try it. You might be amazed at just how effective it can be, and in fact is.